Jai Hind everyone, I welcome you all back again on NCC Education and Publication. And adding to our success stories, today we have a very special guest with us, ex-senior under officer Anushri Srivastav from Jabalpur Group. She has done her Republic Day camp in the year 2022 in the Rajpath category, and I feel really honored and happy to tell you all that she has been recommended from her very first attempt in SSB from the CDS entry in Bhopal board. How do you feel, ma'am, today? I welcome you here, first of all.
Thank you for inviting me, Ayushi. I feel honored to be here on this platform today. And as far as my recommendation is concerned, so obviously it is a great feeling. It was my first attempt, and the freshers know very well how it feels to get recommended and go through in your first attempt. So it's a great feeling.
Absolutely, ma'am. So, ma'am, would you like to tell our viewers about your journey from NCC till here?
Sure. So I was lucky enough to be a part of NCC, although I did not want to join it, but I somehow got selected. Then later, I would say it was all destiny's play, and I played along with that. I got selected for RDC. It was a tough competition, and RDC played a major role in shaping my personality. I got an opportunity to enhance my leadership skills, learn from my juniors, from my seniors, and invest into them. And it was a great platform to interact with so many people from different directorates and learn from them about their culture, learn about different qualities and how they live their lives, and also it was a great opportunity altogether. And that was the place which motivated me the most to join the academy. That's where the motivation come from. I always wanted to be an officer, but RDC pushed me more, a little more. So I remember I saw Captain Manisha Bora commanding all men contingent on Army Day parade, and seeing her there, it was like the first instinct that came from my mind was I want to be this person someday. So that is how my journey for SSB began. And then I appeared for CDS in September 23, and I cleared it in my second attempt. In my first attempt I could not clear. Then later in my second attempt I cleared it, and I had my SSB recently on 4th of April. So yes, NCC played a major role in shaping my personality for this.
Definitely, ma'am. It's really nice to hear from such seniors that how NCC and especially RDC has helped them to come forward in this path of joining the forces. So, coming to the typical questions that we have to ask you about SSB, how did you start preparing for CDS, and how much time did it take for you to complete the syllabus, and whatever you want to share us about the written exam first?
Okay, so as far as the writtens are concerned, I believe that 4 to 5 months are more than enough to prepare for your written examination, and that too 4 to 6 hours a day are more than enough for your written, because we do not have maths in CDS OTA for women, and only GS and English is concerned, and both the subjects can be covered in 6 hours a day. If you give 6 hours a day for 4-5 months, it will be more than enough. So for my preparation, I did not take any coaching. I prepared on my own, and I referred to NCRTs for science. Then I referred NCRTs for geography as well. For polity, I have read Lakshmikant. It was more than enough because the syllabus is too much. It is for civil services, so it covers all of your polity. I focused on current affairs, and since I am from a science background, I had biology in my 10 plus 2, so it helped me cover my biophysics and chemistry well. I had a good hold on science. And in English requires everyday practice. Although it seems like English is very easy and you will clear it, but it is tough because remembering all the rules is difficult in English. So you read regular practice in English. Then let me cover all the subjects one by one. So for science, the NCRTs of 9th and 10th are required, and they are more than enough. If you cover each and every line of 9th and 10th NCRT, you will be able to cover your science portion. For geography, 11th and 12th NCRT is more than enough. History is very vast, so no matter how much you study, you will always lack some or the other thing. It will still be left. So I did not focus much on history, although I studied medieval history and modern history to some extent, but I did not focus on it much. And polity, I read Lakshmikant, and then I practiced questions, of course. So Lakshmikant was more than enough. It has detailed chapters and which are more than enough to clear your CDS. Then comes the current affairs. So for current affairs, I followed certain YouTube channels like CDS Journey, the most famous YouTube channel for CDS aspirants. Then we have Inside SSB. So I followed these channels and I made regular notes for my current affairs. So as far as economics is concerned, economics ratio has been increased recently, the percentage of questions. Earlier we only had 4-5 questions of economics, now we have 14 to 15 questions on economics. So that cannot be avoided. But for that, mostly the questions are related to the current scenarios like budget, recent budgets, then we have inflation, deflation, all the things that the country is recently facing in the economic sector. That is where the economics questions are coming from. Then this is for GS. The GS would be like even if you score like 30 to 40 marks in GS, it would be more than enough for you to clear the paper. And coming back to English, English requires regular practice no matter how good you are, because your verbal fluency would not help you clear the paper.
Right.
So for English, you need to practice antonyms, synonyms every day. You need to practice idioms and phrases every day, because this is something which is out of your control. You do not know where would it come from. You will be able to do the grammatical portion because that is easy. You are studying the rules in school, so that is easy. That is something we can do. Transformation of sentences we can do. Arranging the sentences in order we can do. But when it comes to antonyms, synonyms, and idioms and phrases, you need to practice this every day, because this is out of our control. So this would be more than enough to clear your exam.
Thank you, ma'am, for the insightful input on the written exam. A lot of us feel confusion about the books and references and coachings. So you have done it without a coaching. Again, I'll applaud you for that. So moving forward to the SSB. First, I would like to ask that when did you actually started preparing for SSB?
So for SSB, I believe the preparation does not happen in a month or a few days. It is all about your personality. SSB is basically a test of your personality, whether or not you are fit to join the forces. So that cannot happen overnight. You cannot change somebody's personality overnight. Either you have it or you don't have it. Of course, there are certain qualities which can be trained over a period of time, like your stamina, like your communication skills. These can be trained, but certain qualities are inherited and you cannot change it. You are the person you are. So for SSB, I believe that 1 month would be more than enough when it comes to your general knowledge, your awareness, when you have to prepare for your GDs or lecturers. That can be done in a month, it's more than enough. But for your personality, of course, it needs planning. I am the person I am, so for that I have to plan everything according to the type of person I am. My strategy won't work out for others. Every individual is unique. You are a different person, I am a different person, I will have different qualities, you will have different qualities. So I have to plan everything according to my personality. And within the period of 1 month, I personally planned all my tasks. I prepared my self-description test in advance. I prepared my WATs in advance. Of course, I'm not aware which words would be coming, but I can prepare certain words which are like obvious words which come. So I prepared WATs in advance. Then SRTs, again, it's an individual's test. I will react differently in a situation, you will react differently in a situation. So that is subjective. But for SRTs, I would suggest that you must place yourself into that position. Whatever situation has been given, place yourself into that position and think how you would react there. That would, your natural self would come out definitely within that small amount of time which is given. Then for TATs, that is thematic perception test. For TATs, training is not necessary. Training yourself in TATs would kill your natural self. So for that also, again, you should write whatever comes to your mind based on a picture. Whatever you see first and whatever theme is coming to your mind, you should place that. Obviously, certain knowledge to the profession that you are giving to your character must be required. Like you can study about various professions related to the type of entry you are going through. As far as girls' entry is concerned, you will mostly get characters which are female characters. So for that, you can study about professions in which females are leading these days. You can make small notes based on what is their work. If you are writing about a fashion designer, if you are writing about a psychologist or a doctor, so So you can write what their basic work is, which will help you improve your actions when it comes to story writing. Then when your SD is concerned, so SD is very very important. Although people think that it is the last test and it is of least important because you can write anything whatever comes to your mind. It is a person's opinion, it is your parents' opinion, your friend's opinion. So people write anything whatever comes to their mind. But it is very important to plan it in advance because the qualities that you write about yourself in your self-description test must come out in your group task also, and it must be visible to the interviewing officer also. He must also observe the same thing, and the GTO must also observe the same thing in you, whatever you're writing in your psychology test. So it is very important. Psych is all a game of words. Whatever you write must be visible in your actions and in your speech. All the three tasks must be aligned. And if you are naturally yourself, it will be aligned. If you will try to fake your personality in those 5 days, then there will be conflicts in your personality.
So, what was your interview about? What was the maximum portion towards which your interview was inclined?
Okay.
And what can we prepare in advance for interview?
So for interview, you can prepare your CIQs, which is common in interview questions, which come in like there will be placing 10 to 15 questions all in a go. So for that, you can not obviously ratify everything. It is not necessary to mug up everything, but you can prepare questions in advance that what will you say if they ask you about your family, if they ask you about your teachers, if they ask you about your education. Of course, that will help you in speaking fluently when the CIQs have been placed. Other than that, you can prepare the current affairs because current affairs are mostly asked in graduate entries. So you can prepare about the national and international news. And for that, reading newspapers would definitely help. But I know I couldn't read newspapers regularly because I was not really interested into that. So I used to watch YouTube videos for that. But that also helps. The main motive is you should be clear with the current affairs of whatever is going on around you and around the world.
Right.
Self-awareness is very very important in your interview because all the questions that he will ask, he will none of the interviewing officer ever goes out of your PIQ. Whatever you are giving the information, the interview would be based on that. So if I am writing that I play volleyball, he will ask questions on that only. He will not ask me anything other than that. Each and every word in the PIQ matters, and so you must practice writing your PIQ again and again. Reframe it as many times as you want, but you must be very confident about the things that you are mentioning in the PIQ. You should know it thoroughly, inside and out, about whatever I have achieved, about the things I have done, about the place I belong to. So my interview was basically around my family, my friends, and since I was a part of NCC, so it was around NCC, what I learned from NCC, how I was as a leader, how I was as a junior, how RDC helped me, and they asked me about my leadership qualities. Basically, I was given situations that if I am the senior under officer of my unit, which I was, and if my juniors are retaliating and they are being rebellious, how would I take it? So it is again subjective. Your interview is subjective, but whatever you are writing, you must know it very well. When it comes to your hobbies and interests, you must know each and every hobby inside and out, whatever you are writing. And if you are doing it regularly, it's not about your interview. As I said before, it's a test of your personality. So if I'm doing something regularly, I obviously know what I'm doing. What the general myth is that they will ask you about the most famous personalities who are doing such things. They will ask you what is the statistics, data of that hobby. If I'm, for example, I wrote that I play volleyball in my sports section. So people will think that studying about the people in volleyball who are famous athletes of volleyball is important. That is not important. He will not ask you about that because the interviewing officer wants to check your general awareness of the thing you are doing. So that person will either ask me about the circumference, he will see how I play the game, and he might give me the situation where I am the captain of the team and how I will go about regarding the training of my subordinates, or how I will take up a challenge when I have not been prepared for something and suddenly a challenge comes, suddenly a championship comes, how I would react to that. Or maybe he will ask that if I run the circumference or the volleyball court, how much distance would I cover? Just to know the basic idea that how much I am aware of the thing that I am doing
Right.
every day.
Mm.
So if you are being yourself, it is, I know everybody says that be yourself, but again, whoever is preparing, they'll ask you, how can I be myself again? So that is something. If I am being myself in whatever I'm writing, I will be confident enough to answer it because I know whatever I have written, I've done it in my life. I'm not
Right,
faking
exactly.
myself.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That was a very insightful input given by you on SSB. So I think that pretty much you have covered everything about the SSB. Some common questions that always come for defense aspirants, especially recommended candidates, that I would like to ask you. How was your group synergy in group discussion and in GTO, and what role does it play? And yes, we have heard that you have to be compatible in the group, but people generally ask that what if your subordinates, they are not supportive or are extra competitive? Then how to behave in that scenario, and how to take the group together in such a scenario?
Okay, so your group plays a major role in your recommendation, I would say. Luck definitely plays an important role in SSB. So in our group, there was only one repeater, rest all were freshers. So the group matters. Now, if you have repeaters in your group, they will definitely dominate the group because they know the process inside and out and they have been there, so they are more confident than the freshers, of course.
Right.
But if there were, as I said, there were maximum freshers in my group, so everybody was coordinating. We were all listening to each other's discussion. We gave each other a chance to speak. Of course, in our first GD, which was based on international affairs, we lacked facts. Everybody was a fresher, so we did not have the facts. So in that GD, we were giving chance to each and everybody to speak. In the second GD, which was based on women in combat arms, everybody had a lot to say. So that is where the group converted into a fish market. The discussion converted into a fish market. So the GTO had to point out 2-3 times that you are making it a fish market and I'm not able to hear any of you. So he stopped us in between twice. Then we again started. So this is important. Then again, when as you asked about the subordinates, if they are not listening, this only happens in the command task when I am the commander and so the subordinates will have to listen whatever I say when I'm the commander. But if they are not listening or if I'm not able to solve a particular task which has been given to me, this is where my leadership is being tested. How I treat my subordinates. I cannot just go over and order them to keep the helping material here and there and then just go about it. I personally did everything on my own. The only help I took from my subordinates was to carry the helping material with me because I cannot carry all the 3 materials in both my hands and solve simultaneously. So I carried the plank myself, I placed it myself, but asked them to carry the other helping materials to pass on. Otherwise, I solved it on my own.
Okay, ma'am. So the last question that I would like to ask you is that what suggestion would you like to give to those your juniors and people watching you about how should they go about for SSB, especially how to eradicate the result consciousness?
Okay. So, as been said to me earlier by my superiors, everybody told me that SSB is not your life. It is just a test of your personality. And it is not necessary that if you fail in SSB, you will fail in life because it's just a part of my life. Not everybody is meant to be an officer. And this is also not compulsory that if I have been recommended once, I will be recommended again. Hopefully, if I get into the merit, I will join the academy. If not, I'll try again.
Yeah.
So, SSB again teaches you resilience. Every test in life teaches you resilience. You have to come back again. Even if you fail, you must not get disheartened. Plan for something else and always be confident in whatever you do. My only suggestion would be that do not prepare yourself only for SSB. Even if you want to join the forces, prepare yourself for the life. Be a good person, and this genuinely helped me. And the thing that I have noticed in all the recommended candidates was that they were all good at heart, especially in case of girls. Not subjective to I'm not being offensive to the boys, but especially in case of girls, every girl who got through and who were with me after recommendation were really, really good at heart. If you are a good person, you will naturally do good.
Right.
So you need to prepare for life. Do not prepare for SSB. That's it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you for joining us today. We wish you all the best for your
Thank you,
future
Ayushi.
endeavors. And this was ex-senior under officer Aisha Tiwari signing off. We'll meet you again with another success story from our NCC background. Till then, Jai Hind.